Miiverse is a special zone where you can meet all sorts of fellow Nintendo fans and chat about your gaming experiences. At least, that's the concept, but as we all know, Miiverse isn't all dicks and rainbows now, is it? In reality, Miiverse is Nintendo's failed attempt at creating a competent, family-friendly community to rival the likes of Twitter or Facebook on Nintendo systems. But did Miiverse really fail to be popular? Well, yes and no. With regard to taking off and being a serious forum for Nintendo-related discussion, Miiverse is certainly not that. What it is a vessel for roleplay enthusiasts, kids who are trying to get girlfriends, boyfriends, or attention, and a gateway to your past cringeworthy posts about making fun of a protest Miiverse users were having against the admins and taking things way too seriously. Like the time in 2014 when I got in an argument over whether or not we'd seen Minecraft on the 3DS with my pal Gary. He insisted that he had seen it on some website, but since Gary doesn't know games like I do, it never happened. This particular argument got very heated until it ended in a truce, apparently. Aside from that, you can recollect on how many dicks you might have posted for hundreds of average Miiversers to see. Unlike those other really bad posts, some where I used mate for some reason, I'm actually proud of a few of these drawings, like the one that depicts a lone cock being swallowed, a sexualized cat dog, and one that is a sick diss to somebody asking what Uplay means. So now that I've unveiled my true past self to you all, what do you say we critically look at Miiverse as a whole? By far, the worst thing about Miiverse has to be the admins and stupid rules. If you couldn't already tell, I'm permanently banned from the Miiverse for absolutely awful reasons. As this message states, from me, I did not violate the Miiverse terms and conditions. It's right there from me, so I don't understand why the admins haven't allowed me to post, send messages, or anything anymore. Even when I try to appeal my unjust ban, it doesn't allow me to say anything besides what I already know. I have edited my Mii, yes, this is a fact, and I do understand, yes, I understand my ban was unjust, but why can't I tell the admins directly to unban me? I only drew a couple dicks, it's not like I draw more on a mostly kids site for the fun of it. Sure, there is this new natural law I invented, which states the more time you spend on Miiverse, the probability of drawing a cock approaches 1, but I've shown myself in these moments of exile I would never, ever do that. It's honestly a bit unfair that my past can dictate my future on the Miiverse like this. How am I ever supposed to become Miiverse famous now? What will all my 20 or so followers there do without me posting constantly about Hyrule Warriors badges? How will I ever find my true love out there on Miiverse? Anyways, I think the rules could be a bit more lenient here. I know Nintendo constantly has to worry about the children on their social media, but there is a way to make a platform like this without causing it to have this much censorship. Let's be real here for a second. I wonder if Nintendo realizes that all their rules and regulations only push people further to keep doing this kind of stuff. Ever wonder why I'm not on Twitter every day drawing dicks? Because if I did, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Sure, I'd get a few laughs from it, but with Miiverse, it's a different story because putting something inappropriate on a Nintendo-related platform is so unusual and forbidden. Nintendo has indirectly created the temptation to post drawings of cocks on Miiverse. Don't get me wrong, I don't think permitting dicks, racist remarks, or other sexually explicit stuff is okay or going to fix anything. There will probably be nothing that will get rid of the stigma Nintendo has for this kind of stuff on Miiverse. All we can really do is hope for things to get better, and by better, I mean for me to get unbanned. Then again, why would I want that? Miiverse as a platform is profoundly, horribly organized and operated. The activity feed used to be laid out in a simple manner of showing posts from other users that you followed as they were being posted. That sounds extremely easy to understand and read through, but then they decided to change it by implementing what other users recently followed, and as far as I can tell, you can't sort to show what was recently posted first. Yeah, I'm sure if you've never been on Miiverse before, you're probably wondering what a is. Being the genius 15-year-old I was, I concluded that a was the equivalent of a like on Facebook or an upvote on Reddit. Yeah, what an astute observation, and for being its own original rating or popularity indicator, I guess it works. I remember when I was big into Miiverse, whenever I got a I would get so excited. Those reminders of my crippling loneliness as a child really kept me going and made me want to tell the world about the games I played. And don't even get me started on how terrible the communities could be. If you ever dare to say a single bad thing about a game and its community, prepare to get ripped to shreds by children who simply adore Lego City Undercover for the 3DS. Also, if you ever find yourself on Miiverse, never go into the YouTube community. This is essentially the general forum where any form of discussions or interactions can take place. Here, you can ask Chara, Sans, and Papyrus questions, roleplay about anime, get asked questions by young boys if you have a girl avatar, and acquire a significant other. But I'm sure everyone who's anyone already knows about that. There are hundreds of conversations that just replace comments with Miiverse posts out there, which are admittedly entertaining considering reading Miiverse posts never gets old. Let me be clear, that's not a jab at anybody who makes that kind of content. I genuinely like having Miiverse posts getting narrated to me. In fact, if you check over on my second channel, I'm going to be starting Miiverse reading ASMR. I'm not doing that. Back on topic, reading Miiverse posts is the only enjoyment I could ever find out of the application. For younger folk or people who just want to strictly post about Wii U or 3DS games, I guess Miiverse does its job. However, with its childish rules, clunky interface, bland design, inability to post instantly or check notifications on the fly, and so on, Miiverse isn't a very good social media platform. I mean, it could never dream of replacing something like Reddit or Twitter, right? That's just silly, expecting people to use it seriously and not shitpost. If Nintendo ever does try to reinvent Miiverse for the NX, maybe they could do something to make censorship less prevalent, but even then, I don't see the point in making a Nintendo-dedicated social media platform at all. Miiverse is only fun for a few minutes of dick posting, shit posting, or messing around with serious users, if I'm honest. You might be wondering, why did Haydock seriously review a kid's social media platform like Miiverse? I'm not even sure why I'm writing this right now as I am, or narrating it right now as I am. I went on Miiverse the other night and said, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea to review this thing? But as we all know, art cannot be reviewed, so that's why I give Miiverse a price dropper sale out of a weight. Well, thanks for watching, and remember to tweet at Nintendo, #FreeHaydocksCock, so one day I can get unbanned from the Miiverse. I'm not being serious, please don't do that.